I need to learn how to turn the beeping off. I hate it. Oh, that's a good one.
Also, go at your own pace today. There's no rush whatsoever.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It'll be a pretty quick walker, but I stopped a lot to talk. So
Okay.
catch up all the time, take pictures, take the time, hang out, all of it.
I'm not trying to get lost.
My stepson's an actor, and he did an interactive project grandmother was doing that. And I said, why were we going to the house? She said it was my show. I just wanted to come.
Carrie.
I'm like, your 80-year-old grandma and me were there.
That's funny stuff.
I'm just right here.
No, I know.
I'm a little bit
There's some little cute mushrooms up here.
a little winded.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've had a cold for a couple of days now.
So we know how to do it, and if we get sick tomorrow, the next day. Takes 48 hours to incubate. We'll be all going.
I blame Alaska.
Yeah, you can hit me out. Also, I've got layers on, to be fair. I've got a hoodie, a sweater, base layer, and a t-shirt, so. I have 3 coats down there. I had to carry a bunch of stuff up that beach, and I was sweating, so I stripped it all off. I had to start a fire. I was not trying to sweat, and then you get more cold, and then all sweaty.
It's like a weird mix.
Yeah. But anyway, so this is a rainforest. This is a temperate rainforest. We get lots and lots of rain, about 13 to 15 feet a year. We have over 300 days of rain every single year, so lots and lots and lots of rain. So this is actually a fantastically beautiful day.
Woohoo!
You see the sky super often. You guys have really lucked out for that. Since we get so much rain, though, our soils stay very, very, very saturated all the time, which makes it hard for plants to get nutrients. Any oxygen or nitrogen is just not readily available when it's so soaked with water. Additionally, the soil that we have is less than a foot on average before you hit bedrock. It's because this area was carved out by glaciation, and that just kind of scraped all the dirt off and took it with it. So that makes it very, very difficult for new plants to grow. So they will usually find their homes on what we call nursery logs. These are just decomposing logs that catch seeds, and then they provide nutrients to the seeds. So they get all their nitrogen and oxygen out of the decomposing log, helps them grow. It also increases the rate of decomposition for that log. They'll stick their roots all the way through and then into the ground, and then this log will die away entirely. And that leaves what we call a stilted root system. It just goes to describe any time a tree's roots are up out of the ground. You can kind of see here, or for you guys, there's one up there. But don't fret if you can't see them from here. They're all over the place. You'll see them for sure. That's a way for trees to get a lot more oxygen. In these very saturated soils, it's helpful to have as much surface area above the dirt as possible. But it also provides habitats for very important animals like bears and wolves and things. Because we do not have any caves or anything like that. So they largely rely on these stilted root systems for coverage. Yes, ma'am.
Well, you said we won't see bears today. I wondered why, for one. And I forgot the other question that quick. Sorry. But why won't we see bears today?
Well, this area just stays pretty populated by us. This island's about 8 square miles.
Okay.
So they have tons of very dense woods to hang out in where they will be unbothered, and they have a surplus of food out there. They're really small. We have tons and tons of bears. On the main island, there's about a 5-to-1 ratio of bears to humans.
Really?
So lots of bears.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
That
cool.
also does happen to be the ratio of guys to girls on the island too.
William, no, girls no, trust me. No, I do remember. You said temporary rainforest, because I gotta be honest, I thought rainforests were like in the Amazon. I didn't know, like in North America, we have a rainforest.
Yeah, we have lots of.
Do we have lots? I know I
Yeah.
just don't know this. Okay.
It's temperate, not temporary.
Temperate.
That just
Oh.
goes to describe like medium mild temperatures. So it stays
Okay.
between about 30 to 60 degrees year round. In a tropical rainforest, which is what you're thinking of, in like the Amazon, you're gonna see like more like 60 to 90 degrees probably.
Okay.
But yeah, that just kind of describes like it's colder, but it's still like super super wet.
So a rainforest means it rains all the time.
Precisely.
Okay, I did
And
not
it's
know
a
that.
forest.
I don't know. Yeah, that part I knew.
Yeah. But yeah, our black bear are very, very little. Since there's so many of them,
I think we're in the wrong state.
area, they kind of compete for resources. And there's just law in nature called identification or
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if it's a 5-to-1 ratio, we don't have a chance. Yeah, we have a chance. Mushy. Oh, another one. Mushies. Oh, God, should we go? Where is he taking us?
point your attention up here on this tree. You see some super massive shelf mushrooms. Those are called the artist conch mushrooms. They're pretty much going to be most of the shelf mushrooms that you see around here. They've got that paper white underside, which is where they get their name from. You can scratch into it and it'll oxidize and turn brown. You could also like carve it or burn it like wood and it'll last a lot longer. But natives would use those to communicate in forests like this. They
Oh,
could point out where like shelter or damage.
that's cool.
Super, super cool. Very nice.
Boop.
Wow.
You found some?
Picture of that. That's super cool.
I always find
That's gonna sell too, right?
Oddly, so do ours.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I never thought to see that big stuff falling over. Oh yeah, that's a giant tree.
Look at the berries. Oh my God, that's so cute.
Oh, wait, what is that?
What is it?
Is that a honey? That's not.
Oh, that's cool, dude. If he,
Yeah, we've done that to make it in our trail. This is amazing. I can't beat it.
I didn't see that.
Are you turned away?
Anyways, these big, beautiful, bright orange mushrooms are some of my favorite in the whole wide world. These are chicken of the woods.
Oh, that's what I just found.
oh, those are huge. Yeah, that's nice.
They're fantastic.
Look,
They're
there's
super,
blueberries.
Super tasty.
Yeah.
And they're pretty easy to identify too. There's only like one other look-alike for them. But they are so good. We pick them all the time. Groceries are super, super expensive on this island. So
Sharon.
I'm largely kind of
Wanna
living
try
off
one?
Oh, I'm
of
okay.
very
Yeah, it's my hands. I get it. I was tucked in.
Wait, hold on. Let me take a picture of your hands. It's gonna be super
Yes,
vibrant.
exactly. Exactly.
Dirty end also.
Rule of thumb though,
Yeah.
if you're ever foraging mushrooms,
Oh, they turned
always
out
cook
pretty
them,
well. Yeah,
never
good
eat mushrooms
camera,
raw from the woods, just 'cause,
I threw a blueberry down.
Can I get over there? Like, can I?
Yeah, we
Am I
can.
allowed?
it's
If you're
different
Yeah,
for
I'm
every
sure.
single mushroom, which is hard. For these, it's really pretty easy.
Should I eat one?
They're going to be growing on a
do it.
hemlock tree. This is a dead hemlock tree. Hemlocks just have a super great relationship with like the mycelium network under the ground. They provide homes for lots and lots of mushrooms. If
Mycelium.
you're ever growing on like a hardwood or something like that, like an oak or a maple, probably not a chicken of the woods. But there's some false chicken of the woods mushrooms that I'll show you later on. That'll kind of show you the main differences. But these are really like super identifiable. What you're really looking for is like that orange, sometimes more red or yellow top, and then typically the undertop will be white. And you want to get them when they're like a little bit younger than this. An older mushroom, it's not as delicious.
So the one to the side there is probably.
Yeah, that one's probably like.
Can I go over there and take a picture?
These, yes. Yeah, I will probably pick it after you guys leave. I gotta do trail maintenance on this boardwalk, so I'm definitely gonna be getting some mushrooms. These are red huckleberries. You
Huckleberries.
should have gone with the snack
I
room.
know, I wanna try for my first time. You are it.
Said
they're
you should
just
have
the
gone
same
with the
as,
snack.
like the blue or purple huckleberries you normally see. They're a bit more tart, a bit more sour. They also have a very slight toxicity to them. But
Let's
I
kill
was
people.
I got you.
Casey, can I go over there and take a picture of the
A
shroom?
lot of them.
Can I go over there to take a picture of the mushroom?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
I just don't want it in the habitat. You know.
So watch out for slugs.
Right.
I'm trying to find a slug.
Let me see them. Try to
Yeah, I want a picture of it.
This is the underside of a root system here, which isn't something you get to see super common, but it's very cool. It's now acting as a nursery log. You see lots of huckleberries and some hemlock trees growing on.
Sorry.
So based off of the age of that tree in that top right corner, I would say this tree's been down for at least like 35 years. What causes these trees to fall over and get uprooted are very, very strong winds, as well as those really shallow soils that we have. So they fall over pretty easily. Whenever all their roots come up, it leaves behind this marshy, nasty stuff here. We call it muskeg or Alaskan quicksand. And it functions very similarly to quicksand. So definitely don't step in it.
What does this?
Yeah, this all
What?
marshy, mucky stuff.
Oh my gosh.
In most cases, it's not that deep. Like I said, we don't have a lot of soil. But in certain areas, like at the foothills of mountains and stuff, you'll have soil build up. And then you'll get these muskeg pits develop that can be up to 8 feet deep. And generally, moss will grow over the top of them. You can see it's happening here. So you won't even see them come in. You'll just be trudging along and then poof, you're in mud. It's really, really sticky because its two main components are one, metamorphic rock sediments, which are very platy and flat. They've got a lot of surface area, which means lots of cohesion. They can stick together very well. The other thing is organic matter, which are the smallest sediments, which mean they have the most surface area, which once again, cohesion. It's very sticky. It's very common that I'll stick my boot in this and then my boot will stay, but will come out. So yeah, watch out for that. They're deceptively deep. One way to identify that you may be in a muskeg pit are these big leafy green plants. They've been eaten up quite a bit. These are called skunk cabbage. It is a technically edible plant, sort of. It functions as a very, very, very powerful laxative. So you can eat it, but if you would like to see the outside of a bathroom anytime soon, I don't recommend it.
inside voice on. Inside voice.
Anyways, the bears will eat this stuff a lot, but the bears will eat the roots because the roots are 4 times more potent as a laxative than the leaves. They use them whenever they come out of hibernation because they get all stopped up and they got to get stuff flowing again. The leaves also have a chemical structure of calcium oxalate, which is essentially fiberglass crystals. So that tears up your mouth, your stomach lining, and everything else involved in that process.
Doesn't do it to a bear?
No, the bears eat the roots because it does do it
the
to a
roots,
bear.
okay.
You will notice these leaves have been eaten up though. That would be from these Sitka black-tailed deer. We have thousands and thousands of them and they all share one brain cell. So it's either stupidity or resiliency that keeps them coming back, but they do love the leaves. They eat them like crazy. I don't know if they just have like really tough stomach lining or they just don't learn their lesson in the two.
And they live in a great big bathroom, so.
True, very true. So that chemical structure of calcium oxalate makes them very, very good with heat. They won't burn through, they spread out heat really evenly and they hold on to it for a long time. So you can use these as a natural tin foil. We wrap our salmon in it and cook it on the fire.
Cool.
And it's
Wow.
super tasty.
That's
it gives it a
cool.
nice like mustardy, peppery taste. It's really good. And you don't get the laxative properties from that. It's
Nice.
just clarify. It's also a medicinal plant. You can make tea out of the roots. It's got like a peppery flavor, like an Earl Grey sorta, and that's used for like a blood detoxifier, and it's used for rheumatoid arthritis and that sort of stuff. So very cool plant. These leaves can grow up to be like 4 to 6 feet long too, so it gets huge. They don't out on this island because we have so many deer that are eating them like crazy. But moving right along. I'm gonna try not to fall in a pit. All right. Yes, dude. Okay, another mushroom.
Oh, that's a good
You
one.
missed the giant.
Yeah, there's a
one
giant one right behind you. Yeah, it's a big one.
Hold up, we going back.
He's like, I gotta remember all this for dinner tonight.
Yes. Okay, so these, what we're seeing here, are shrimp russula mushrooms.
What?
They're also edible and very, very tasty. They've got sort of an almost like fishy flavor, which is where they get their name from. And they are very good. A very choice edible mushroom.
That's
So you are
interesting.
coming back for dinner.
I'm coming back. Yeah. I'm gonna have a whole mushroom dinner tonight.
I could eat one.
That's super cool.
It really is. I watched this show on his birthday. Forages. Yeah, I belong to a foraging group, but I've never foraged. So if I time, I'm gonna go back and go, haha, I did it.
No, we had a super massive landslide downtown. It knocked out like a ton of houses. So before that landslide, we had 0 snakes on the island. But one of those houses that got destroyed had 8 pets.
Oh my gosh.
They have since been set loose and are unaccounted for. So we have exactly 8 snakes, and we are looking for them. I don't imagine they'll survive the winter. But yeah,
we
if
know
you're
what kind?
down, I know that there's at least a ball python. So if you do run into that downtown, do know that it is not native to the area. Don't kill it, but maybe let somebody know.
That's
It was
crazy.
a pet, so it shouldn't bite anyone.
It might be hungry.
Yeah, true. But
Ooh, ooh. Sorry, you guys can go around me. Oh shit, there's so many cuties.
And most coral mushrooms are edible. Some of them are not, and they're really hard to tell the difference. So I don't eat these, but they're cool looking, right? But those will be right here if you want to check those out.
You see the cool blue one back there? What? The blue like mushroom in their hole? Oh, you might have to go up one more. Yeah, right there.
That one?
Yeah.
Cute.
This is so cool. Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys were on
Look at this. Oh, look at these really white whatever they are, but they're coming up.
I'm in a freaking rainforest. Who would have knew?
We did another hike in Skagway for 2 miles.
Oh, you did?
I'm surprised you guys weren't on it.
No. I did the train and then a salmon bake.
Sorry. Salmon bake, was it tasty?
It was so good. It was like insanely good. It's the best salmon I've ever eaten.
I'm so hungry.
Sorry. FOMO. This is so freaking cool.
Also, don't forget to look for slugs. There's a record to beat.
We're trying.
I think it's cold.
I really want to see one.
Here we see a big stump that has been cut down. These notches are evidence of springboard logging. It's an old logging technique where they would like jam a board in there so they could stand on it just to get to a more like manageable part of the tree. So we had quite the logging industry out here on this island, on the main island, and a few other surrounding islands. No, I mean like Revillagigato, like Ketchikan. Yeah. Yeah, the pulp mill like in Ward Cove. Are you guys on the NCL shift?
Yeah.
took from the land to the degree they put themselves out of business is what we were told.
That is exactly true, yeah. So yeah, they swamped a lot of our trees. You can see most of these trees are pretty young around the area. So they came and cleared out a lot of stuff. Their main prize was the Sitka spruce because they grow super straight. They're just easy to process, and they were largely used for paper pulp. I've been told that from that pulp mill in Ward Cove, which is now like that cruise ship hub, it supplied all of the paper pulp to the New York Times from like 1950 to 1997.
Wow.
But yeah, like you said, they did so well at their logging that they dang near put themselves out of business. And around 1997, they returned all of the logging and mineral rights back to the natives that inhabit this area. So it's now all done through the Cape Fox Corporation, which is owned in partisan by I think 12 different tribes in the general area. They do a little bit of logging, a little bit of like gravel extraction, mining, and then they also do quite a bit of tourism. They own a huge swath of the island, like they own a lot. So they have their hands on like everything, which is really cool because this is their land anyway. So very neat stuff.